Welcome, I'm Trish. I think I've tapped into another prediction. So I was going to come back at the end of the year and look at the predictions for 2024, but I think I might actually just start putting them up as they're happening, because I will forget by the end of the year, like they're happening really quickly, like really fast. And I'm also have a new deck that I'm working on for predictions, so that will be really interesting. So the one I want to tap into and talk on today is the Pope one, the one where I said some information coming out around the Pope, or we're discovering about the things that the Pope's been doing that is, not so good. And that's coming out. Well, what's going around Facebook, all over Facebook, and it could be a hoax. It's very likely it could be a hoax, but the card still tapped into something going on around the Pope and the dark side of what he's been doing. So this thing that's going around the internet is that when he was doing the address on Unity, on his Unity that he does every year, it's the captions underneath it is talking about how they've made everybody worship on Sundays when they're supposed to be worshipping on Saturdays. So yeah, something around basically worshipping the dark side by what they've been forcing us to do. So yeah, if you track it down, it's on Facebook. It's long. It's very long. I started watching part of it because it could also be, and I did a bit of research, and the federal, I think it's the Australian police, was saying that it's a hoax going around. So it's even if it is a hoax, even if it is or it isn't, we don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, maybe it's a cover-up, who knows. But it's the cards did tap in and say that there was something going on around the Pope. I said the Pope, or a royal person, that is going to show the dark side of what they're doing. And it goes through a lot of things. So it's a lot of things about, the worshipping the dark side and all the dark things that they're into, that like the Pope and that's into. So yeah, I won't go through the whole thing of what the dark side is, but I'm going to pull a couple of cards on it and we're going to have a look. I'll also cut in a little bit of my video where I've actually said that, so I'll put that in now. Being somebody in authority, in control, giving me more sense of the Pope or the royal. It's more higher official. I feel like this doesn't feel political, as in leadership, democracy. This feels more to be royals or Pope related here. I'm getting there's a little bit of suspicion going on, or there's something suspicious going on around one of these people. It's like a wrong direction they'd taken in the past is coming to light, because we've got the mask being shown now. So we're going to start to see the true light of this person. So I'm feeling like the wrongs they've done in the past, it says, because the cards that I'm reading here is regrets. So regrets and to me that feels like some things that have been done in the past are being brought to light. So these people wear a mask, and that means that this person would either be, like we're talking royal or Pope here because we're looking at the Hierophant. So and it's saying that this person wears a mask. So things that they've done in the past they don't show. So they don't show themselves. There could be some regrets or wrong directions that they've taken in the past, being things that they've done wrong could be getting shown or brought to light, because we have a mask here. Where they don't show their true face, and there's some suspect things going on around there, because we've got suspicious minds, so we've got some suspect things that have played out around them. But I feel like that could be brought to light, because how else would we know? So I feel like some stuff around either the royals or the Pope is being brought to light about things they've done that have been on a bad path, or the regrets, that things that they regret doing. There's some regrets or wrong path decisions being made here or being done in the past that is that they hide behind a mask. They don't show themselves as being involved in any of that stuff, but it's being brought to light. People are getting suspicions. There's suspicions coming out around them that perhaps they have engaged in things that they shouldn't have engaged in, and I feel like that could be brought to light. I've just been digging around trying to find that video that I saw that was going around the internet about the Pope saying all this stuff about the agenda, the evil agenda, the things that he's been doing. So, and it's all come out. So with like the cards picking up on it, they were saying that it was going to, something around the Pope was going to expose what the dark side of what they've been doing is. So this video that's floating around the internet is the Pope, and it's subtitled, and he's talking about, you know, what they've been forcing the people to do, or what they're involved in, is actually what the video is all about. Now, I watched part of the video, I didn't watch the whole thing. It's quite a long one, and it's subtitled, so I didn't watch it all. I did screenshot part of it. I've been digging around, and as I said, I can't find it. I can't find it again. I've found it once and I screenshotted it, but I can't actually find, I thought I saved it, but I can't find what I did with it. I'm just going to read what the screenshot is that I did. I screenshotted this on Friday night, so it was only like 2 or 3 days ago that I screenshotted this. It says, he starts off by saying, "Dear brothers and sisters, excuse me because I speak in Italian, but I am not speaking English, but I will speak no Italian, no English, but heartfully." So then he switches to speaking Italian around about 2 minutes into the video, and it then is subtitled. So then we're reading the subtitles. Now the part here on the screenshot that I grabbed, it says, "They really need to be told the truth about me. It's so wrong." It says, "I am ashamed to tell you this, but I have a secret agenda too," and that's where the screenshot ends. That's where it ends. So but yeah, the part I remember about that video was the Vatican making people worship on a Sunday instead of a Saturday, and how that's actually worshipping maybe a negative entity. Don't know the quite word that he used, but it was just gave me that sense of worshipping the wrong God, or a negative entity. So pushing people to worship on Sundays instead of Saturdays. And it says, also the part I remember was something about God will see those that, what was it? God will see those that, and it's even in the Bible, I think, somewhere, that to worship on the Saturday, and God will see those that worship on the Saturday. It's something like that. I wish I'd screenshotted more of it, but yeah. Anyway, hopefully you guys can find it. Maybe link it in the comments. I'm not sure whether it's a hoax or not. It could very well be a hoax. Who knows? It would be good to put it through interpretation. Italian to English to actually see what he is saying, because you can't always believe subtitles, because anybody could be saying anything. But the point is, with the cards, my cards picked up that something was going on around the Pope that would expose the dark side of what they're into. So whether it's a hoax or not, it's still going around the internet. So I feel like this is what the cards were talking about when they made that prediction earlier in the year. So let's pull a little card on this, and let's talk about how authentic that message is. So let's go there. Let's ask the message that I'm recalling in my mind about, that's floating around the internet, the Pope's talk on unity, and he was talking about releasing secrets. Is it true or is it made up? Plentiful. This card came out before. I was just asking, and I don't know if it recorded or not, I'm not sure, but this card came out before. This is the Ace of Coins, so it's all about money. It's a warning, and the Death card, so changes and death, warning around that. We're talking the Pope here now, and we're talking about that message from the Pope. So it's a warning of changes coming. There is danger and deception, it also says. And time to fly. This here also talks about messages on the other side. So when I get this card, which is spirit messages on the other side, and I sometimes sit it next to death, I do equate to that, to somebody dying. So that's very interesting. Here I'm like a getaway. Somebody is getting away here, or trying to get away. Okay, what I'm asking, is it a hoax? Is that message a hoax? need more information on it. Because it is floating, it's just floating around social media. That's what it is. It's not official. It is an official video, but it's subtitled with what they're saying. So it is floating around the internet. Do you need more information on it? And you really do need a second look at that video. So really need to examine it, is what it said. It needs to be examined for its authenticity, is what they're saying there. Okay, is the Pope trying to maybe clear his conscience, or is he trying to... Let me get the wording right here. He says... They really need to know this. They really need to be told the truth. It's so wrong. I am ashamed to tell you this, but I have a secret agenda too. Okay, so let's tap into those words. I am ashamed to tell you this. I have a secret agenda too. People really need to know the truth. Okay, there's a fight going on there around that situation. Is the Pope really giving out information around his secret agenda? That's the way to say it. Is the Pope really speaking about information on a secret agenda? That he's in a split mind. So whether that means... okay, what I'm getting there as I draw this card is that we've got to be very careful to nowadays, in this age of AI, these deep fake videos are getting really, really good. So we need to be, as I said, re-examine things, and we need to be very aware that not everything we see is real. Some things are fake. I'm not getting any fake words here, but the whole sense of this card being split minds, whether that means he's in split minds about wanting to tell the truth, or we need to be very careful about authenticity, because I'm for some reason pulling in deepfake videos. So I don't think it was a deepfake video. I think it was actually him giving an address, but we need to protect, or he needs to be protected, or he's going into protection. This is mental illness too, by the way. The split mind is also about like your mind breaking or your mind snapping. It can be mental illness, it can be... And that would indicate somebody that would be wanting to talk, or somebody that is get driven crazy from information. As I say that, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel fitting as I say those words. But I feel like there's some kind of protection needed around the Pope at the moment. Or he's getting away for his own protection. Here we're shifting focus. We're shifting focus. So we're looking at one thing when we should be looking at something else. Okay, so this I find really interesting, because this card's all about controlling others, and that video was definitely about controlling other people. So I've got a few thoughts on this card. It's definitely about controlling other people, and in this video, just one of the parts was about how they've controlled the people, like the Vatican's controlled the people into worshipping on Sundays instead of Saturdays. But there was a whole bunch of other things that they've controlled the people, and it was all about control, and this secret agenda was all about control. But I find this one here, it's called Control Ruling Others. So this is what the video was all about. But this chair is empty, so I find that really interesting. So the chair is empty. So what does that mean? That I find very interesting, especially considering some of these other cards. There's warnings here. There's like even death warnings, like, because we've got there's changes coming. So there's warnings and changes are coming. That snake card reminds me of the Vatican. Have you seen those pictures getting around of the Vatican? It's like a giant serpent actually, and it's the big eyes and the scales, and it just looks just like this picture here. is where they do worshipping inside that the Vatican. That's what that is really reminding me of. This card of the death, this is the death card sitting next to it, which is this one. So the death card also means changes. So there's changes coming up around the Vatican, because I'm feeling the snake card does mean warning. You can see there it says warning, but I'm also feeling drawn back to the Vatican because of the that hall, that big hall that looks like they're sitting inside of a serpent, just like that picture there. So that's making me think there's changes going on around the Vatican at the moment. That's really interesting. And this one here, the chair is empty. That's interesting. So rising up would be an uprising, an uprising. Just a quick read on this one. So thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time.